Hey everybody, it's Becky. How are you today? I am about to start my Christmas project for the year, so I wanted to come and show you guys how I am getting started on this and maybe a little bit of whip and chat. This is Frosty Forest Friend by Donna Gelsinger from Diamond Art Club. It is a 19.7 inch by 26.4 inch or 50 centimeter by 67 centimeter. There are 38 colors, including 2 ABs. The 2 ABs that are in this one are like a white color. This is number 125. And then number 133, which is this really pretty orange color. So those are the 2 ABs we have in this one. As you can see, lots of pretty light colors. There's a lot of blues and greens and pinks and whites. Lots of wildlife. You've got the blue jay down here and a couple of, I don't know if these are finches, rabbits. I think there's a squirrel. There's a deer. Maybe these are chickadees. I don't know. There's a pair of cardinals up top. Another male cardinal, and then of course our snowman here. So this painting, I decided I'm going to go ahead and keep the clear plastic on most of it as I'm working it. I am going to put on cover release papers for the area I'm working. So like I'll do a couple of rows worth of release papers, but leave the plastic on the rest of it as I work it. That's kind of how Lizette from Lizette Crafts and Tells does hers. And I kind of like it because you can still see most of the image. And so I think that's what I'm going to do on this one. And I'll let you guys know if I like that in the end or not. So I'm just going to lay release papers over a couple of rows here. And we'll work. I think I'm going to start in the bottom left corner on this particular painting. And then, let's see here. I think I want to do a little bit smaller sections here. These release papers that I'm using are from Amazon. They were just some inexpensive release papers. They are double-sided silicone. And I've used them for several paintings now and been really pleased with them. So if you're looking for some release papers, they were, I don't know, like 100 in the pack for, I think, $6 or $7. And they have been used on several paintings now, and like I said, I've been really, really pleased with them. So let's see what has been going on here lately. Of course, obviously work throughout the week like normal. And then last night we went to our friend's son's soccer game. Nothing terribly exciting. For most of the week, I was off work Friday and Monday of this week, or Friday of last week, Monday of this week. Just needed to take some PTO so that I don't lose it at the end of the year. And so I got to spend some time with a good friend of mine. She came over and hung out Friday and Friday and Monday. I can't remember what the days of the week are. Here is my kit up on this painting, and I just sat that down in the wrong spot. Let's pull that paper down, that cover sheet down a little more. And I do have a couple of little cover minders here just to keep that back. It's pretty well sticking down to the plastic below it without any troubles. But I'm going to put that there just in case. Anyway, so she came and hung out for a while and helped me work on some cleaning in my sewing room. using my Bella Art Day Nicole tray that was sent to me by DP Crazy Lady, and a blue and various shades of blues and whites pen. It's got a straightener on this end and just a single placer on this end. Anyways, we got a good bit of stuff sorted out in my sewing room, things that I've needed to go through for a while. Got a lot of garbage out of there that, you know, emptying out bags of stuff that I've bought over the years. Well, over the last few months or so, not years really, because I do this every few months or so. But just throwing away the empty bags as I go through them. Things like that. And so I just had a great couple of days together. Saturday and Sunday we went up to my in-laws to visit with a couple of friends that were in from Hawaii. I gotta think of the name of that state that they live in. Let's see if I can get some good lighting down here for me. And so yeah, we got to spend some time with them and spend some time with his parents. And the boys went fishing while the girls went shopping, and just had a nice little relaxing couple of days together. This is a couple of people that have known my husband since he was a young child. So, I don't know how, but I managed to get some of those crooked already. I love doing a square painting because the drills really do lay nicely together. You know, especially if, you know, you kind of line up these outside edges. Everything else pretty well falls into place with them. So if you're nervous about starting a square painting, just make sure you start in frame of the camera. Just make sure that you start in a corner like I've got going here, and just line up on that outside edge, and then everything else should pretty well fall in line right next to each other. Diamond Art Club has some decent quality drills, so they should just sit right in next to each other, nice and tight. I do have a couple here that are trying to, because I placed them sloppily, they're trying to not lay pretty. So I'm just gonna use my tweezers to kind of give them a little twist here. And once I get the other drills on around it, they will behave themselves. Anyway, so family, friends of my husband's, they've known him since he was a kid. And they come in to the mainland at least once a year to just go visit with all of their family and friends that are here on the mainland. And just hang out for, they take several months to go cross country to all the different states that they have family and friends in. So yeah, that was a nice little visit. I'm also trying to work around my camera stand, which is literally right in my line of sight right now. So that's making it a little harder. I did open up and start using a pair of the Diamond Art Club branded new pair of tweezers. My other ones, where are they? I don't remember where I've put them right at the moment, but my other ones just, they didn't feel like they had quite as good of a grasp anymore, so I figure they're just worn out. And so I thought, you know, a new pair, I've got plenty of them, might as well just new painting, new pen, new wax, new tweezers. That's really all we had going on this week, or this weekend. And then, of course, the week is just, you know, working our normal 9-to-5 jobs. And this upcoming weekend, I have a quilt show that I like to go to every year that falls this weekend. It happens to be just right there by the soccer fields that we're scheduled to play at this weekend for my friend's son. So we're going to go soccer game, quilt show, lunch will get thrown in there somewhere. It'll be a fun little Saturday. And then Saturday night, we have, there's a church here in town that's hosting an Oktoberfest fundraiser. So my husband and I are thinking about going to it. He's a big fan of going to Oktoberfest, so we don't go to many of them. He does enjoy them when we do get to go. So, well, that was just all kinds of crooked. Let's fix that one. I'm going to pull it off of there and then straighten it back up. There we go. So anyways, he used to go to Oktoberfest in bigger towns, you know, quite often, but hasn't been to one in a while. So I think he's going to enjoy this little event. And hopefully they have some good food, some good German food, and some, they advertise that they will have some beers available, which, going back to, you know, my video a while back where the lady was ranting about, you know, one of the local breweries serving beer at a quote-unquote children's event, which is really just a community event. And so now we have a church hosting an Oktoberfest where they are going to be serving beer. So in her face. I know that's probably really, really mean, but it just, I am not the only one in the community that feels like that. So, anyways, that's really all I've got going on right now. I did watch DP Crazy Lady's last couple of videos. She gave us an update on the festive fireplace and said that she would be taking a little hiatus to work on a special cross-stitch project. I know she'd cross-stitched for many, many years, and it's a beautiful craft. I know she won't be able to share what she's working on in this particular project. But if you look back on her channel, she did upload a video a while back of a couple of cross stitches that she did years ago. And who knows, maybe someday she'll show some more of those, because I really did enjoy seeing them when she showed those. Lazy Retired Granny has finally begun, as she refers to them, her Becky projects. They are a couple of, a few different paintings that she purchased with a gift card that I had sent her for her birthday. So we'll see how Multnomah Falls comes out. And she's probably already done with it. I haven't seen a completion video on it yet, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So, after I finish recording this and get it uploaded, I'll check and see if she's put out any new videos later in today. I know she had to take Ellie to the vet for her comprehensive visit and inoculation, so you know, she might have spent the day cuddling with Ellie instead of diamond painting, who knows. So anyways, this Bella art tray, if you've never used them, they have a lid, a nice lid that just slides right in place, and then you just pull this little plug and you dump your drills right back in. No muss, no fuss. Have to give it a little tap because some of them do get stuck like up there in that corner. Let's pluck that one out with the tweezers. So, what has everybody else been working on? I know Crafting with V just did a Amazon Big Sale Days haul. She showed us some of the paintings that she got on that. That 6-pack that you got, B, I may have to put that one on my wish list because those were cute pumpkin pictures. Lots of different cute fall paintings. I may have to, I've looked at all those pictures individually, but I don't think I've seen them in a pack before. So I didn't check on your video to see if you had a link to them or not, but I may take a peek at that here in a bit and see if you have a link to it. That way I can add it directly to my wish list. And who knows, maybe over Black Friday or another big sale day, next time they do a big sale, I can hopefully snag them at a good price. If you don't use Amazon wish lists, I highly recommend it because you can make as many wish lists as you want. I have one that's strictly for diamond paintings, and anything that's on my wish list, if it goes on sale, and you check your wish list, I don't know if it like actually sends you a notification, but if you have an item on your wish list, it's easier to kind of watch and see, you know, if it goes on sale for any reason, if the seller just maybe wants to do a discount on it. And so definitely set you up an Amazon wish list for your diamond paintings. Not necessarily because family might buy them for you or anything like that, but just so that you can watch for the best deals. Because it kind of tracks for you if you go, like when we had Amazon Prime days, my 12-pack of Tiny Fun paintings that I'm going to be starting in January, those were on my wish list, and it did show, when that went on sale, it mentioned that the price it was at there was the lowest that it had been in like 30 days or something like that. So it kind of watches for sales for you. And then, of course, obviously, the other advantage is if you, you know, if you see something you love but can't quite afford yet, you can just throw it in your wish list instead of in your cart. And if you decide that you no longer love that painting before you get it, you can always just take it off of there. So yeah, I do keep an Amazon wish list for the diamond paintings that I want. I have one separate for quilting supplies, though it hasn't been updated much lately. I think I have like every quilting supply in the entire world, except for there is a new book coming out that I want. So once it launches, I will be getting it. So I'm watching for that one, but it's not out there yet. The lady who writes those patterns has announced it like on her Facebook page and her YouTube channel and things, but it's not available for purchase yet. So I am watching for it, and as soon as they launch it, I will be ordering it. I love all her pattern books. They're simple, easy patterns. They're always really cute and just quick to go together. So I will be snagging that new book. I have several of her books already. So on my quilting books, my friend that was over the other day, she is actually a librarian. And so, you know, as she was looking through my books, because she was off work on Tuesday as well, so she came over Tuesday and continued kind of working on our project while I worked, you know, the real job. But she is working on creating a computer file, like a Google Sheets for me of all of the quilting books and patterns that I have. And then she will alphabetize them on my shelf for me. fun fact, the library that she works at no longer uses the Dewey Decimal System. Like, I never thought anyone would ever do away with the Dewey Decimal System. But she said most of the big libraries, she said some small ones may still use Dewey Decimal. But they do everything electronically now. And so they no longer organize by the Dewey Decimal System. So I think she said they just kind of do them in alphabetical order. I think she said by genre. But yeah, was just shocked to learn the Dewey Decimal System is no longer a thing. And she wonders why her student helpers in the library can't organize books. First of all, they don't know the alphabet these days. And second of all, they don't know how to alphabetize. She's like, go put this in alphabetical order. And they're like, what's alphabetical order? So like she'll just tell them, oh, go put it over by the letter S and I'll put it up later. So yeah, I never thought I'd see the day when the Dewey Decimal System was no longer in libraries. I've got another librarian friend. I'll have to check with her and see if the library that she works at is still using the Dewey Decimal System or if they've gone fully electronic, like the one that this other friend works at. For those of you who do go to libraries consistently in your own areas, do they still use the Dewey Decimal? Is this something that's just, local to my area? I'm not a very avid reader. If it's longer than a couple of paragraphs, I'm probably not going to read it. Some Facebook posts anymore these days are too long for me. It all depends on if the subject matter interests me, as to whether or not I will take the time to actually sit and read anything. I do have a reading disability, so it's not just, oh, I don't like wasting my time reading books. No, I know how to read. I don't have good reading comprehension skills. I never had them as a kid. Back when I was a kid, we would have reading comprehension tests, and I was terrible at them. But as long as I could, read the question, I could go back and find the answer, but I couldn't, read something and then be like, oh, yes, the answer to this question is that. I don't know if that makes any sense to y'all, but yeah, I've never enjoyed reading because it was always such a struggle for me. Oops, I just sat that right in the middle of two different letters. Nope. Anyways, but yeah, I can find answers to things pretty easily. I can skim through something and find the answer that I need if I know what the question is. But I can't, read something and retain the information well enough to regurgitate it when you ask me a question about it. I was always terrible at book reports and things like that. They had a program called Accelerated Reader when I was a kid. I don't know if that's still around or not, but basically you would take a library book home, you would read it, and then you'd come back to school and you would take this test on the computer and, just answer, just various questions about the book. My brother and sister were both very, very big readers, and so for them, they racked up the accelerated reader points and got good prizes at the end of the year. I did not. because I could read a book, but I couldn't, you know, really retain the information well enough. I could take the tests and I could guess fairly decently, but not well enough to like really score well and get the points from the accelerated reader program. So I feel like this line is getting wonky. Get it pushed over and straightened up here. I don't know how well you guys can see where I'm working. I'm working on letter X right now, and I've done a triangle thingy like that. I've done those in this section so far. Anyways, that's, I don't really have much else to talk about, so if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And oh, in the beginning of the video I mentioned Lizette Crafts and Tells. I'll see if I can link her down below. She only puts out one video per month, but she is on a diamond painting stash detox journey. She used to do tons and tons of unboxings for her channel, and she got to the point where she felt like she was just doing nothing but unboxings, and so she decided she was going to put herself on a no-buy until she sold, or not sold, until she completed all of the paintings that she had on hand. And so she's got, you know, a little journal that she keeps, and each month on the first Wednesday she comes through and she's like, hey, this is, you know, what I've completed this month, and here's what I'm working on. And that drill has a hole in it, so we're throwing it away. Yeah, she shows her all of her completions and whips for the month, and any new projects that she's starting the following month. And every, you know, so many paintings that she completes, she rewards herself with a little prize. And it's, you know, it's diamond painting related, but not an actual painting. And so it's just interesting to see some of the older paintings that she has, and what she thinks about working through them finally. She does have some really, really beautiful paintings. So, like I said, I'll see if I can link her down below, and you guys go check her out. She is getting very, very near the end of her diamond painting stash detox, and she's not quite sure exactly where she's going to go from here once she does finish that. And so over the next couple of months or so, as she finishes up more and more, it'll be interesting to see what she decides to do for her future in diamond painting. You know, will she end up eventually buying some new ones? Will she go through and only buy, you know, a set number per year based on how many she knows she can complete in a year's time? Or will she just go crazy and build up her stash again? I don't think she'll rebuild her stash. I think she'll end up, you know, keeping a small stash, you know, just to know for sure that she's got her next painting or two lined up. I still love that tray. It's an awesome tray. Go get you some Bella Art Deco trays. I I know she's on Etsy. She's got her own website. She also has other 3D printed things. Like she's got like towers that these fit in sometimes, and she's got pen holders and trying to think. She's just got all kinds of neat stuff. She also has like a little funnel system. It's like a little tray, and you like set your jar in there and you pour and then just funnel down in there. But yeah, lots of fun things from Bella for you to go check out. You can just Google her name and you'll find her. Trying to straighten some of these out, and that little guy there popped loose. Anyways, I think I'm going to let you guys go for the night. I'm going to get this uploaded and then go see how Granny is doing, if she's uploaded a new video of Multnomah Falls yet. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.